Boss fight, insane mode number 5. We just beat it. I'm going to show you the comp, give you some tips and tricks, and show you some gameplay of insane mode 6. It is ridiculous. Let's do it. Hey everyone, what's happening? Lex back today for another Brawl Stars video, and today I'm going to be showing you us beating Insane Mode 5 in the brand new boss fight. Now, I got a really late start into it today because I had to work all day. I couldn't spend the day and get you guys out a video as soon as possible, and so it was either just not really put out a video, because what's the point of showing you guys a video on, beating Insane Mode 4? There was no point, so I'm like, you know what? I just got to beat Insane Mode 5. That's what we got to do, and I set out to do it, and that's what we did. Me, Despotic, and Eric EX. You guys are going to see the entire match right here on screen right now. It was pretty crazy. Now, I saw some guides beforehand, like Kairos's, Corey's, and saw some other gameplay, and some of it was definitely spot on. Now, we definitely use Leon. Leon is by far the most important brawler in this comp. There's no way around. I don't know how you would beat this without having Leon. I don't know how it's possible. I really don't. Because he plays such a pivotal role. Now, whenever you get up into the insane modes, they start dropping these power cubes, and it's really important, of course, for Leon to pick up all the power cubes. Because in the late game, he is by far the entire focus of the entire match. If you don't keep him alive, then it's done. If whoever has the power-ups dies, it's done. In fact, there's quite a few games where we started off and somebody died early. We're like, nope, just wipe it. Just wipe it. We don't even want to spend another 6 minutes, wasting our time when we know it's not really possible. You have to be so tight. Everybody has to be on top of their game. Hardly no deaths. Zero deaths. And or else it gets too tough. So the comp we were using is Pam, Leon, and Colt. Now, Colt is, of course, absolutely necessary. We tried some other brawlers instead of Pam, but every time Pam worked better. She's got the health, she does a ton of damage up close, and her healing turret, even though, especially in late game, it dies pretty quick, there was actually some pretty clutch moments where we were able to make use of that heal turret, even if it just bought us like 2 or 3 seconds. Like, every second is precious when you get down into the very end, whenever the boss is totally enraged and you're basically just funneling deaths. Leon's staying alive, getting damage where he can, and the other two brawlers, literally, you are just trying to stay alive. You spawn in, you do what damage you can, or you lead the boss away from an area where there's a power-up that Leon needs to grab, and then you die. As soon as your shield comes off, you die within about 3 seconds. And with Pam's turret, a couple times I was able to live for about 6 or 7 or 8 seconds, which is a massive thing. So Pam, some people said she's not that great, but she literally, she did wonderful. We tried a lot of other stuff. We tried triple tanks. Don't try this at home. It didn't work. We tried Barley, which, he's actually puts out a ton of damage, especially when you compress the super, but he's just got no health, and he just dies too easy. You've got to have someone who can take some health, and in our case, that comp was Pam. Now, Colt could probably be replaced for somebody, maybe even Rico, because they do very, similar damage, but Colt's star power that gives him the extra movement speed is very useful, especially whenever you start dodging these big missiles that start just pounding down on you over and over and over again. It's pretty ridiculous. Now, we noticed that whenever we were playing, whenever the boss got to the first spot where he got, whatever it is, angry. He's just getting angry at that point. That's like at 1:35 or so. You have to have him down to about, at minimum, 70%. That's right about there. But I think the time we did it, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong if you're watching it, but we've gotten down to like 68% or so, which was a very good burn. And you have to do really good in the early game to be able to even stand a chance in the late game, because the late game, once the boss is enraged, it's just like you're just hanging on for dear life the entire time. As you can see right here, Leon's in bad shape right there. Eric is playing him, and he's just making it out alive. He went in and disappeared. And that's the thing with Leon, is what you've got to do is get the shots where you can, stay safe, especially in the end. So you can see he does the damage, and he's put out so much damage because he has so much power-ups. Stay safe, and then whenever you hang on as long as you can, because your invisibility is precious, and then at that point you just go invis, wait for your other brawlers, your people to come back in, and it actually worked out pretty well for us because Despotic and I were on different times of dying. So he would die, and then I would come back, you know, like after about 10 seconds there, and then so we just kept, you know, getting our lives back and forth, you know, not at the same time. If you did it both at the same time, well, then you both would just die, and then there would be a long span of time where Leon would have to stay alive. So if you can, stagger your deaths, and because there's once you get to the point of the end, there is no staying alive for very long. You can't do it. Pam's turret really helped out doing that, but you're talking a matter of seconds that you're going to be alive. So now you see the boss is in rage, and this is where it gets crazy. So the damage is so extreme, but right here you can see the healing turret actually came in really handy. Look how long I was able to survive right there, only because my healing turret actually distracted them for a little bit longer, and those extra 4 seconds really help. So Pam's turret is actually pretty darn helpful. As you can see there, Eric goes invis, and normally those lasers they kill us without the power-ups pretty quickly, but he is able to tank him just because he has so many power-ups. He's got that health. But as you see, I come in and I was just trying to kill the ads, because if the ads stack up too much, then it gets really rough as well. So just doing some damage, but you see, as soon as he gets on me, bam, one shot. He takes you out. 17 power-ups now. We've got him down to 20%. This is actually a really crazy burn that we did in the very end, because 20% that you have to take out and while he's enraged is absolutely ridiculous, because again, you can't hardly do anything. So Eric, the deal is that whenever somebody comes in like a meat shield right here, I'm the meat shield, Eric's got to kind of try to get in his damage. The Leon has to get into the damage when he can. Right there you see he's getting his shots in, and then now, you know, I'm coming back in 12 seconds, but Despotic should be coming in right there. See, that's really good. So he comes in, and now that gives Eric good time to, you know, get a couple shots in, because that's about all you can do. As you can see how fast Despotic died. I can last a little bit longer just because of my health, but you can see I'm coming in now. I'm killing those shooter bots, because if they stack up too much, it's just not much. And also in voice, communicate where the power-ups are coming in, because those power-ups are really key. So we were in voice chat, and we're like, hey, this power-up just spawned on the south side, so Eric would come down and pick it up, and then do what damage that he could, and then, you know, just basically do the damage, and then be safe right there. Just extend it out. As you can see, he's just trying to live. Despotic comes in. He's going to die very soon. 2 seconds, 1 second. I'm coming back in. Despotic just died. It's great. We're staggering our lives right like that. I'm getting what damage I can. That's actually a really good burn right there for me, being able to spawn in, because normally that's not like that. So it was crazy. My hands were shaking. In fact, all of us were like, when we beat it, we're like, oh my gosh, my hands are shaking, because it was so nerve-wracking. We've been trying for 3 hours. For 3 hours it took us developing our strat and getting down what, you know, all the little, you know, idiosyncrasies of which way we were gonna do, how we were gonna pull them, which way we were gonna lead the boss. And you can see right, Eric got in some shots right there, and he charged. And it actually is really good when they charge, because it'll give you some big separation. So we're down to 1%. Eric is just trying to survive. We're like freaking out in chat. We're like, oh my god, 1%. I'm like, just spawn me close to the boss. Spawn me close to the boss, and I'll get the damage in there. But it's hard for Pam, because all the other bots are kind of body blocking her. So here I come. I think this is the moment. I said, come, get me closer, get me closer. I said, I'm just going for it. Get right on top of her, get right on top of him, and bam, right there you go. Insane 5 mode down in 7 minutes and 54 seconds, which is crazy, but Insane 5 cleared. Now here's the thing, is I think that we could beat actually Insane 6. I really do. There was a couple of modifications to our strat that we were trying out. I think they would work pretty well, and I think that we could probably do it. Now here's some footage of Insane Mode 6 right here. We only tried it like 3 times because I wanted to get this vid out to you guys, but I think we might go back in and try this some more, because I think that we have a chance. I think honestly we could do it with this comp. I mean, but again, you have to be so on point. It is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it was so tight on Insane 5, but we had a few deaths in there I think that we could clean up, and with that, you know, if we could get like an extra 5-10% of damage in there, because the boss has 1 million health in Insane 6. 1 million health, man. It's ridiculous. But I think we might be able to do it. I don't know. It would probably be really tough, honestly. But yeah, so Colt, Pam, and Leon. Leon is the centerpiece, picks up all the power-ups. Go invis, stay safe, especially in the very late game. Do not die. If you are playing the Leon, do not die. If whoever has all the power-ups dies, it's done. Game over. End of story. It's just not going to happen. Somebody else dying early on, it can be okay, but even then, the DPS requirements are so tight that you really got to be on your game. You gotta be on your game, and tonight I got a very late start. Wasn't able to play with everybody else right when it first started, but that's okay. As far as I know, we're the first ones to beat Insane 5. I don't know, maybe somebody else has done it, and if so, that's great for them. But I don't know. Like I said, I've been playing for 3 hours. I don't know if anybody else has beat it or not, so I'm just gonna say that I was the first one, and if not, well then, you guys can correct me down in the comments down below. But regardless, Insane 5 is down in the brand new boss fight, and I actually love this mode. It reminds me a lot of World of Warcraft that I used to play, these mini raids. In fact, me and Despotic were chatting, because he used to play World of Warcraft too. We were like, man, this is just like WoW, and we were making jokes about raid leaders, and you World of Warcraft players, you guys let me know in the comments down below if you played WoW. But this is what it kind of reminds me of, and it's a lot of fun. But anyways, there you guys go, Insane Mode 5. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Try this comp out for yourself. See how far you can get. I hope you guys can get it as well. Maybe you can get Insane 6 too. That would be sweet. But as for now, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out. That was indeed insane. You know what else would be insane? If you click that subscribe button right up there, or go watch some more videos. You know you want the best Brawl Stars content, and it's right here. So go ahead, go a little insane. Click that subscribe button. See you back around soon.